You know your CAC. You can probably tell me your blended number, your paid number, and what it's crept up to since the platform's got greedy. Quick aside note, in case it's useful, when I say CAC, I mean customer acquisition costs, and there are really two numbers, and it's worth being clear which one you're looking at. Your paid CAC is the narrow one. Take what you spent on ads, divide it by the customers those brought in, and that's the number the platforms love to show you. Your blended CAC is a more honest one. Take everything you spent acquiring customers, ads, agency content, affiliates, and really anything else, and divide it by every new customer you got, including the ones who came from a referral or a review and cost you nothing on the platform. Here's why it matters for today. The paid number can't see the customers fulfillment brings you in, but the blended number can. So when great fulfillment starts pulling people in for free, it's your blended CAC that quietly drops. That's the one to watch. So I'm not here to teach you a metric you already live by. I'm here to show you an input you almost certainly haven't put in the model. Hi, I'm Sam Anderson and I'm the founder of Order Fulfilment Experts. We pick, pack and ship for founder-led brands where the experience is the point. 15 years, 147 plus brands, over 2.6 billion in traded revenue through our doors. And in that time, I've watched something that a spreadsheet almost never predicts. When you get fulfillment right, not just fast and accurate, but really right, your acquisition cost falls. Not because you changed your ads, because your customers started doing the acquiring for you. Today I want to show you exactly how that mechanism works so you can build it into your numbers on purpose. Here's the framing I want you to hold. Fulfillment is where art and maths collide. The maths is your world. CAC, LTV, contribution margin, payback period, you run that room well, I'm sure. The art is the other room, the box, the insert, the weight of it in the hand, the moment on the doorstep when they open it. Most brands keep those two rooms completely separate. Ops runs the maths, marketing owns the art. They rarely meet. The whole game is this. When you deliberately make them collide, the maths gets better because the art is what triggers free acquisition. Let me be precise about the mechanism because you'll want to probably model it. CAC is your acquisition effort divided by customers it produced. So anything that produces customers without more spend drags that number down. Three things do that, and fulfillment manufactures all three. One, content, believe it or not. A delivery worth filming becomes content you didn't pay to make. An unboxing video is a paid ad, except the customer paid for it. 2, reviews. The 5-star review that mentions the packaging and the speed converts the next buyer before they've even priced you up. And 3, and this is the big one, community. When the experience is good enough, customers don't just come back, they pull other people in. Every one of those is built back here in how the order is picked, packed and delivered. Now, the benchmark, because I know for most e-commerce brands, logistics runs at 10 to 15% of revenue. The instinct is to squeeze that line. But look who spends more on purpose. Amazon runs fulfillment at nearly 30% of its turnover. That's not waste. They decided the delivery experience is the product. Premium brands exceed the benchmark by design because they've stopped filing it under costs and started filing it under marketing. Let me show you now how far this goes because it sounds like theory until you see it. For some of the brands we fulfill, there are groups, entire online groups that exist just to share videos of parcels arriving and being unboxed. It gets better. Customers resell packaging to each other. The box itself has value on a secondary market. And they buy each other gifts. There are customers running anonymous Secret Santa inside these communities. Think about what that actually is. That is not a logistics operation. That's a tribe, a belonging, identity, community, status inside a group. And every one of those customers out there is recruiting the next one for you for free because the fulfillment made them feel part of something. You can't buy that on a media platform. You manufacture it in a warehouse. So let me make this usable in your model. Take your fulfillment line, stop treating all of it as cost of delivery. You split it. Part of it is just getting the parcel there, fair enough. The rest is the art or marketing, if you prefer, the part that gets filmed, reviewed and shared. That content part behaves like acquisition and retention spend. So put it there in your overheads and judge it on those terms. Then run the comparison you already know how to run. A few pounds per order, making the experience shareworthy against your fully loaded cost of acquiring a stranger through paid. For a brand where reputation matters, the box wins that comparison more often than the ad does. The pushback I sometimes can get from some operators is a fair one. They'd say, well, that's margin I'd be giving away on every order. So run it the other way. A poor experience doesn't save you that margin. It costs you the refund, the reship, the ticket, the reviews that talks the 10 next customers out of buying it, and the customer you now reacquire at the price through ads. So that's not a saving. That's paying twice for the same customer and losing the community effect on top. Cheap fulfillment isn't cheap. It just moves the cost to a line you're not looking at. So here's the shift. You already run the maths brilliantly, I'm sure. The opportunity is to let the art into the room. Get fulfillment right, and it stops being the thing that happens after the marketing. It becomes some of the best marketing you've got, and it shows up in the two numbers you care most about. Over this series, I'll break down exactly how the unboxing as an ad your customer paid for, the refund that quietly costs you customers, and how the right fulfillment turns buyers into a tribe. And if you want to see where your fulfillment actually sits, I've built a free scorecard. 3 minutes, it tells you which of 5 stages you're really at, what it's costing you, and your next move. The link is in the description below. Even really sharp e-commerce operators tend to place themselves a stage ahead of where they are. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.